also doesn't help with him for putting the pressure on himself or whatever when he's got David Peterson breathing down his neck, who's I believe they said he's eligible to return next Wednesday or this coming Wednesday.
I think the 27th, right?
Yes,
So
so I
yeah,
believe that's Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday. Um, and McGill's outing was a promising outing, like we talked about. So that's a guy who could take that rotation spot. We know Jose Buto is capable of pitching at the major league level. Obviously, Buto's issue was just the walks. But to be honest, on this pitching staff, whose problem hasn't been walks most of the year. So, no, there's three guys right there who are in my mind, ahead of the pack when it comes with Adrian Houser. Obviously, the problem with Buto was they needed an arm. He had options, so they had to send him down. Well, maybe they didn't have to send him down; they chose to send him down. Um, but we know with the way Peterson's been pitching in his rehab assignments, 29 strikeouts, only two walks, something like that. And with a pitching staff that's been struggling with walks, that's you have to think if they feel Peterson's ready, they're going to put him out there. I think they were, at least in my mind, I think they were happy with what McGill gave them. Um, so that's probably a guy you're like, all right, let's give him another go around. I don't think you're sending Christian Scott back to AAA just to keep Adrian Houser in the rotation. You could put Houser back in the bullpen if you want to, or at this point with Memorial Day coming up, we know it's a benchmark of the season. Maybe they just write him the check and say thank you very much, and the exit's to your left. Um, Maybe that's the decision they decide to do. Who knows? They have a lot of interesting roster decisions, not just with the pitching, but obviously Hauser is a name to watch when it comes to what's going to happen the next couple of weeks when guys are coming back and getting healthy.
yeah, 100%. It's very interesting decision what they're gonna do. On one hand, I think, and I have mentioned this before in the podcast, I think the track record of Hauser is good enough to keep him in some capacity, maybe as the long man out of the bullpen, guy who can give you 2 innings or 3 innings or even four when you need him. Um, well, or be a multi-inning relievers for multiple spots during the week. So if there's still a spot out there for him in that capacity, I would do that, and I would not just you know uh, throw him away. Spot starters are always needed, and so yeah, I hope that they will keep him in that capacity. On the other hand, we are getting maybe. I'm not wanting to give up right now. I think we are still in May, so but we are getting closer and closer to um, to a way of thinking where you say Hauser is not part of our future, and Peterson and McGill could be. So I think, and Buto too, would also make the case for Buto there. So